Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do some problem solving using multiplication. So we're going to see how we can use multiplication to figure out a division problem, the inverse operation. So our problem is Erica makes 6 submarine sandwiches and cuts each sandwich into thirds. How many 1/3 size pieces does she have? So we're really doing 6 divided by 1/3. But how can we use multiplication? Well, first of all, we got to figure out what we need to know. How many 1/3 sandwich pieces does she have? So that's what we want to figure out there. Then it wants to know, I need to use the piece size of each piece of the sandwich and the number of sandwiches she cut, so how many sandwiches did she cut? Okay, I can draw a diagram to organize my pieces. So here's what I did to draw that diagram. I drew 6 squares to make them my sandwiches. I cut them into thirds. So here I told you, here's my division problem, 6 divided by 1/3. And I said I could use multiplication when I have a whole number divided by a third. So how many equal pieces? I'm putting each sandwich into 3 equal pieces. So 6 times 3 is 18. How many equal pieces of thirds do I have? 18. My answer is 8. She has 18 1/3. And that follows my rule of if I have a whole number in my dividend, my quotient will have a whole number. All right, let's try another one and see how we can quick draw it, and more importantly, how can we use multiplication to help us. So Roberto is cutting 3 blueberry pies into halves to give to his neighbors. How many neighbors will get a half a pie? So what do we need to know? How many neighbors will get a half of a pie? That's our question. What information do I have? I have 3 pies, and we cut them into half pieces. All right. How can I use this information? Well, I can draw a diagram and I can draw my 3 pies. First of all, I'd like to write down my division problem, which is I have 3 divided by 1/2 equals, so I have a whole number, so I know I'm going to get a whole number. So I cut all my pieces into it, so 3 divided by 1/2 is the same as if I would write 3 times, how many equal pieces does each one have? 2 equals 6. So my answer is I'll be able to give it to 6 neighbors. So once again, I have a whole number in my dividend. My quotient was a whole number. Sorry. All right. So let's share and show. So I would like you and your partner to do this one. I want you to show your work here on the side. Draw it out, guys. Use multiplication just like we've been doing. See what you discover. On your own, we'll go to this if we get done. I think you guys could easily get done and get back to this. This, I would like you to do the whole thing except for number 6 and 1 or 2 and all the bottom.